Welcome back.
Hey, welcome back
to another episode of More to the Story. I'm Tia Moore.
No, you're not. I'm Farron
What the
Moore.
fuck was that? Wait a minute.
She likes to do it first.
No.
I always fuck with.
No. What was? Wait a minute. Y'all supposed to do it at the same time?
No,
it's her
I'm
show,
supposed to do
technically.
it
It's her show,
on my
technically.
own, but he won't shut up. So welcome
That's
back,
just like a little man.
people. Right, classic man shit. Am I
I'll
right?
push you down. Don't play with me.
Boy, do you
I
know,
will push you down,
do you
Leslie
know how
Jones.
far I have to fall?
Uh-uh.
And when I get back up, I'm going to fuck you
I'm
up.
gonna be gone, nigga. You think I'm gonna wait around? Like, yeah, go ahead, get up, motherfucker. Yeah, now show me what you're working with.
I'm
I'm gonna
with
wait around
Leslie.
doing this.
You better run. You
I'm
better
with
run,
Leslie
you
for this
fucking
because
bastard.
this whole episode is about to be me shooting my shot at Leslie for us to be friends.
Now, did you see my video about us gang banging and shit?
When you put up in the car?
Yeah, where it was, I'm looking for some bitches I can hang with, get drunk and get high and ride around and do some gang
Things
shit. But you heard the other part of it talking about them pull up on the baby daddy. I was like, oh, I didn't even hear that part.
Nah, I didn't. But I saw your
You got
video.
me
Somebody
fucked
reposted it.
up. Yeah, I love that shit. Oh my God. I am that silly. When I
Oh,
saw
my
that, I was
goodness.
like, Brian, we have to do that right now.
Listen,
Oh
man.
my God. So as y'all see, we have Leslie Jones here, and I'm straight up freaking out. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. And I just can't hide. Are they all alive? I think they all dead. Ain't
I
One
know,
sister?
I know, I know. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I
don't
think
know.
maybe one of them lived.
I ain't got none of their albums, so I ain't really follow them like that.
Listen, let's start this interview off correctly, okay? I'm 54, so I know all this shit.
I hear
I'm
you.
the 2,000-year-old
Pointer
woman.
sisters,
You ain't on no tour.
alive or dead.
Oh wow.
She looks
Oh,
up
that's
everything.
creepy.
But anyway, I'm to hear more. We got a special guest in the house, ladies and gentlemen. As you can already
yes,
see,
yes,
we
yes.
have the amazing comedian, actor, writer, producer, Miss Leslie Jones in the
Miss
house.
Leslie Jones.
You know what I'm saying? Farron's soon to be new BFF.
Yes.
Went over to Leslie's
I'm
house
be
a
shooting
couple
my shot throughout this whole episode.
couple
Shooting
nights
your
ago,
shot.
and Leslie gave us a tour. Keep in mind, I had already seen the house, but it was Farron's
To
first
hear
time
the
over there.
hate at the house.
I did. I ate and drank good as fuck at Leslie's house. And I wanted to swim in the saltwater pool because he got a saltwater pool,
He
heated
can't
pool.
swim.
I can't swim. That's why I didn't
I
do
stuck
it.
my
So
foot
we
in
was
it.
like, don't get in.
Because
If you
nobody.
can't swim,
Here's the thing. Nobody
no
else can
lifeguard.
swim.
How deep is
Nobody
it?
else can swim either.
It
That's
go
why they
to
can't
8
save
feet.
me.
It go to 8 feet. I can't drown up to 5 feet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people be like, stand up.
Yeah.
A lot with
Yes,
me. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So,
Set your tall
Yes.
ass
stand
up.
up. You should never drown, bitch. You are
Yeah.
6 feet tall.
They be like, it's hot outside. Leslie, can you turn the sun off?
She just twisted like a light bulb. Is that what you just did?
Yeah.
The disrespect. Don't do my friend.
I
Don't do my friend.
Just laugh at it, nigga. Just let it go.
Oh my God.
It's so corny, but it's
It
hilarious.
Right?
Wait, I was like, wait a minute.
And the way he
Did he
laughing
just
at his
snap
own
at me?
joke too.
Wait a minute, this motherfucker just snapped on me. Wait a minute, you can take the
Yeah.
sun out, Leslie. Shut the fuck up. That fucking 8-year-old ass joke.
You got that right.
Motherfucker,
You laugh, though.
A 10-year-old supposed to.
If you grin, you in, motherfucker. You know how it go. You
Fuck
know how
that.
it go.
I expect a little kid to come up and go, hey, mister, can you turn the sun off? You fucking bastard.
We got Leslie Jones in the house, guys.
Yes.
Oh, the
Are
disrespect,
y'all
man.
as excited
Oh
as
my
I am?
God.
I'm sorry.
I didn't work too hard. I didn't work too hard for
I
that.
never expect like real celebrities to want to
Want
like
to-
do shit
Yes.
like this
Okay,
with us.
but this is
It's
hilarious that y'all call me a real celebrity. Every time
Yes.
everybody around me, my assistant, my stylist, everybody be like, hey, bitch, you're famous. Because I be like, let's go 7-Eleven. Because they got
7-Eleven, motherfucker!
They got the ices, right?
Ices,
And
a
then-
hot
Why you
dog,
sound
I
like Rick from Rick
I
and
like
Morty?
to mix the ices and then put the fucking squirt. And
Yeah.
I was like, and they like, bitch, you are Leslie Jones. You can't. And I was like, why the fuck?
Why the fuck not?
I walk out and be like, 7-Eleven. You know what I'm saying? Now,
They need to
all
put
that
a
means-
7-Eleven in
That
the
means
hills
when you
for
do
you.
it, you just got to buy everybody shit in there. Like, and you still only spending
oh
$50.
my God,
You only spending $50.
Yo, you literally gave me a memory back when my uncles used to take all the children to the fucking liquor store.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
we thought this motherfucker was rich. That motherfucker was spending $11.
$11.
That motherfucker was spending 11.
$50.
They were
$11.
laying up. We was like, look, it's $14. We were like, yeah, ain't nobody got no $14. That's how you feel when you at the 7-Eleven.
Yes.
Everybody get what you want. Give me a couple of them cherries at the cash stand. I love them cherries at the cash register. Listen.
Hold on, the sour
listen,
cherries?
Every time I
No.
see
Sour
your post,
cherries?
I'll be like,
Are you talking about the chocolate covered
every
ones?
time I
or
see
the-
your post, I'll be like, that motherfucker ain't really hitting the really good shit. I was like, the cherries by the fucking, the ones that's wrapped in red.
in the red,
In the
so
foil?
it's chocolate
Oh, the
covered.
foil.
Yeah.
Casera de putas. Let me tell you, you put that shit in the fucking
What just
refrigerator.
happened? Wait, run that back.
What
Run that
the
back. What was that?
Where you learn that at? What borough of New York did you learn that shit in?
That was LA. Shit. That's
Shit.
Chingao. That's all the Spanish people will hit you. They'll know what the fuck that is. They'll be like, oh, I love me. Charlie. So listen.
What?
Man, I done been
Yo.
everywhere. I'm the 2,000-year-old woman.
Listen.
But at 7-Eleven also got some bomb ass nacho. They used to. They stopped doing that
They
a long
did.
time ago.
The chili cheese,
you
they
know
had the
why?
chili.
Why
You
are
know
y'all
why?
eating
Because
these
you know why?
things?
Because motherfuckers like us
Yeah.
Why are
will go
they-
in there and put that cheese on the
eating?
hot dogs. too.
Yeah, I put it on a hot dog. I put that cheese. I
Every
buy a
fuck-
Why
bag.
are
I put
you
that shit on
eating
everything,
these
just like Frank's.
things?
Listen, I put that shit on the what
So
is
good.
it? The chili cheese
No.
Fritos.
I
Open
reject
up
Oh
the
my God,
bag.
chili cheese Fritos.
Open
I
up the
reject
bag,
that. Who
put the
did
chili
not?
cheese,
Yo,
and then the
let me
cheese in there.
explain something to you.
Oh,
Let me explain
nigga.
something to you. Let me explain to you. You
I
ain't never
reject
had
it.
chili cheese Fritos until you had them from the ice cream truck, which is what we lived on. And
Yeah.
when I was coming up, now I'm way, late 1900s is what they call it now. Late 1900s when I was in high school. 1982 to 85, I lived in Linwood. And it's the late 1980s. You know what I'm saying? Fucking bastards. So I used to go to the ice cream truck every morning, and my mom used to be like, "You wonder why your fucking stomach is trash."
Yeah.
So I would get chili cheese Fritos, and I would get grape Annihilators every morning. Every morning. And of course, you wash it down with some sweet
Juice,
Yeah.
some
sweet
shit like that.
because
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
like I'm doing right is grape juice. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? That shit
not.
ain't
Nope.
nothing but water and sugar.
It
Right.
is.
And you
And
know,
fruit color.
now the
food
one
color.
thing that was good about my parents, because we were athletes as children, my dad used to just throw water down our throat, and our coaches was so I was very hydrated. That was
Yeah.
a good thing. But I ate trash. I ate
Yeah.
fries for lunch.
I feel like a lot of high
A lot-
school
yeah, yeah, yeah.
athletes
You know?
eat
Well, that's when you
trash
do
'cause
it. That's
I
when you
know-
do it because your body your metabolism can
Yeah.
still.
Oh my
I
God,
feel like
burn
eating
that
trash,
shit.
eating
Starve.
trash
Burn that
early
shit.
like
Yeah.
helps
Yeah.
your stomach develop.
I-
Like, 'cause I got
I
a
feel
steel
like
stomach except for like with hot shit. But it
I
wasn't like
just-
that all my
I
life. It
used
just
to
happened.
start
I
my
don't think-
morning
I don't
with
think-
the Oreo
I
cookie
don't think
shake
so. I
that was
think-
left
I
over from
think
the
you-
night before.
I think you should have. I think that, and this is why I'm saying this because my godson was raised like really healthy, like say, and his I think that shit is more important than what I think we ate awful, and I think our parents couldn't take because they was working. Oh, fuck, they ain't taking us to
Yeah.
school and
Yeah.
making sure that I think we should have ate better. And I do think it's okay to do that shit in the early years, but at a certain time, you got to start taking care of your stomach. And
Oh,
the only
listen.
reason I'm saying this is because I know there's young people listening, and I don't want you to go through the shit I've been through with my stomach. And because when you get old,
It's
cuz,
like she got
that
some
shit-
public boo-boo story.
no, but I'm saying, when you get older, man, you can't eat the same
Listen,
shit.
I
Like
can't
if I
eat
ate
spicy
chili,
shit.
man,
for
if I ate some
nothing.
chili cheese Fritos right now, some now later, y'all
Yeah.
would
See,
have
the
to-
chili cheese
I
Fritos
can't
will give
eat
me the
bread
burps.
or
Nah, that shit-
eat
Yeah,
ice
she
cream.
She
That
developed
shit-
a fucking gluten allergy.
Man,
I
that
can't
And when I
eat
love
bread.
pizza, now she can't even eat
Oh
the
my
fucking
God.
bread from the pizza.
Man,
I
I
can't
get
eat anything
heartburn.
spicy.
I get
Heartburn. If I eat
get
red sauce
heartburn.
after 6
Red
o'clock,
sauce?
oh, red sauce.
Just kill me.
Yo, yeah,
just
pizza,
kill me. Just
spaghetti,
fucking kill me.
lasagna.
Just kill me.
I gotta do
Just
all
kill
that
me.
shit before noon.
Just fucking
It's
kill me.
fucking 8 a.m.
Just
and I'm
kill
eating
me.
lasagna
And
because
let me tell you, the cure is it will always be baking soda and water.
What?
It will
Mhm.
always be baking soda and water.
really, do you
Yo,
put
what
it as a mix or you like take a spoonful and
Nah,
then you
baby,
chase it with
baby
some water?
boy, let me explain
Put
how
a little
my
bit of baking
expertise
soda
is.
on your tongue
Nah,
and
what?
drink some water.
Wait, I'm not a
That's-
coke addict. Listen, the fuck is that bullshit?
Well, that's
I
what
take a
we
spoonful of
used to do.
fucking baking soda water,
Right.
baking soda, and I put it in sparkling water just so it can still be bubbly and stir it till it's clear.
That sounds like
Scourge is clear.
Alka-Seltzer. Ain't that
It
just
is-
Alka-Seltzer?
It's absolutely what it is. Don't
Okay.
cut me the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you something. Baking
push
soda
her.
is better because
It's
see,
raw?
I'm burping now. See, it's making me
raw?
burp
It's
now.
raw like Coke.
I don't. Yeah, somewhat. Because it goes deeper. It goes deeper than Alka-Seltzer goes like, whoo, oh.
Right.
But baking soda be like, "Hwah!"
Splash. Okay. Got it. Got it.
Because you have that burp that come from right here. That
Yes.
burp be like, and then it widens your mouth too, because it needs room. So it be like, wow.
These sound effects.
I don't want anything that's gonna make me sound like that.
I do not.
I've done that and been like, thank you, God, I don't have a man. Are you the exorcist,
Yeah.
bitch?
I used to not be able to burp at all,
Oh,
and
she
now
did.
I burp
my
all the
God.
time, and I
Okay.
sound so
I
fucking
used to be that way
gross.
about farting.
Mhm.
I don't respect farting. I don't like people who fart. I fart and I hate myself for it. I hate humans for it. I think it's
Yes,
disgusting.
it is.
It's like a pillow that's letting air out and you're disgusting. It's like, and then people don't understand that to me, farting means shit. So if you farting, that means that is the
precursor.
the fumes that's coming up off
That
of the
could
piece of
release.
shit
That could
off of your
be
ass.
releasing some of the pressure, so you don't have the shit immediately.
Nah,
Right?
nah,
And that shit still gonna come.
No, that is the piece of shit that's in your ass that's ready to come out. It's sending fumes
That's a shit
to
burp.
let you go. Hey, shitting time.
It's sitting off flares.
Shitting time. So
It's a
it's like,
warning.
So it's like, whew. And so when people fart and they laugh, I want to punch them in the face because I think that's disgusting. Like, get your fucking life together. Like, get it together, because if you farting like that in public and you think it's funny, you got a problem.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy?
I used to
can,
hide my farts.
I can
from
always
him.
tell, like when I'm on a plane, I can tell a white
Oh,
person
God.
fart from
I
a
can't
black
feel
person
Reese
fart.
on the plane. I can't for Reese on the plane. Because after dinner, and then I always pull it out, and they start, and I say something, because you're grown people. You're grown-ups. So y'all just gonna fart like that and nobody
They
can
be
say
farting
shit.
because the hum of the plane will
I say
hide
nothing.
it will
Hide the
fart.
sound,
It'll
but
hide the
not the
sound, right.
smell.
It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah, but I can always tell a white person fart from a black person
Oh,
fart.
it'd be so bad.
I absolutely can.
It'd be
And
so-
I
it'd
feel
just
like I'm
be
the
a-
only one.
It'd be a rush of funk that is
Yes.
just off. No,
Let me tell you something. White people
What
and
is
Asian
happening?
people
all
be
have the
farting on
worst,
that
and
plane.
they don't give a fuck. 'cause
Oh,
they
Asian people don't
nasty.
give no fuck.
They don't get. They nasty.
They don't
They
get
just
no fuck.
get
They
up
just
and go to
they
the
just
bathroom.
fuck.
Okay, wait. What do you want people to do with their farts?
Get up and go to the bathroom. You know it's coming. Everybody know when a fart really kind of coming. Even if one catch you off guard, like be nice and spray around yourself.
What
or
if,
something.
but what if you sleep? What if you?
Oh my God, that makes you even more
Because
disgusting.
that's when women fart the most. Y'all fart the
And
most when y'all
It
sleep.
might be. You might be right. And that's,
Oh yeah,
I always
ain't no
said
might
I
be
wanna,
too.
I want to
look
record
at Farron,
myself.
look at Farron, look at Farron, look at Farron,
I
look
want
at
to
Farron.
record myself.
Look at,
I'm scared of that.
Cut on Farron.
I'm scared of that.
Listen, Farron be in a bed and she turn to slumber tooth.
See, I'm scared
It
of
be
that.
like. brrrr.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
What
that
you
that's
not
gonna
gonna do?
happen, and I don't know.
It's for
I'm
my
scared-
business out here like
I'm scared
this.
that I'm gonna spend the night with somebody and wake up the next day and be like, "Baby, you know you be farting." No,
All through your sleep.
no, I would
Put your phone on recorder, put it on
I
voice
would-
memo,
oh my
and
God.
record yourself.
I
to
know I
sleep.
snore. I didn't know I snored. I know I snore now.
Oh, you be
Oh
snoring
my-
and farting.
you be-
you and
you
your
probably
asshole be
farting,
snoring.
so.
Oh man, that makes me.
Ah, your asshole be like.
And then it just go. Okay, and
You
know,
talk,
know the
snore,
main
and
question?
fart in your sleep.
But
You
you
a
know
triple
what?
threat.
You know what's so crazy? The thing I keep asking myself is, who gonna fuck with me if I do that? Like I'm gonna be so embarrassed.
Ain't nobody
If
trying
I
out that
fart-
shit.
Don't
We breathe through
nobody
our
care
mouth.
about that shit.
We will breathe through our mouths through that shit.
Oh,
Don't even
why
worry.
you awake? Shit, go to sleep too. What the fuck? If
She
I'm
been
asleep,
farting.
you
We
go
been
to
married.
sleep.
As long as we've been married and she been farting, I just breathe through my
Right.
mouth. Because sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and she'll like readjust. And as soon as she readjusts, and I'm like,
Ah,
I told her about eating that
They
Jerry.
come out so easy when
Oh
I
my
move to my side.
God.
yep.
They just
Oh,
flow
that's
right
my
out.
That's real love.
That is my worst.
But he's not even the first man that told me I fart
That's
in my
my
sleep.
worst
But that wasn't the
nightmare.
reason nobody left. So I'm like,
Oh,
oh, well,
There you go.
I am who I
that's
am.
my
shit.
worst nightmare right there. That's
Listen,
my worst
love
nightmare.
and good sex will make a nigga stay through anything. You understand me?
Okay, so it's the sex. Okay. I
Hey,
got it.
listen, you gotta throw that thing back. Put your knee brace on and throw that
The
thing.
knee brace.
You put
I don't even need the knee brace. I got elaborate moves.
Hey, go and get it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm an old hoe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like real talk, like Lena Horne hoe. You know, Billie Holiday hoe. Like I know shit, son.
Would you
Listen.
would you care to share some of these
Nah.
things?
Nah.
Oh, so you just go sit?
I write a book maybe when I'm dead and when I caught
when
the
I'm
dude.
dead.
Well, I write it when I'm dead because I'm writing it before I'm dead.
Got
and
it.
then I'll tell them to release it when I'm dead. Because until I catch
Posthumous.
a
What
man.
is
If
it?
I
Is it
got a man,
Yes,
maybe if I caught a
posthumous.
dude, then I'll tell everybody.
Okay.
A coda? You gonna?
If I get a dude.
That's
She gonna trap a nigga
gonna
with a
catch her?
PS5 and some new Jordans to force on some
That ain't-
how
Sakai.
old is this?
Hit him
That
with,
ain't- that
hit
ain't
him with
even-
the Sakai's. He got the Sakai's and the PS5
No, I
under
don't
a
do
box
that no more.
with a string
I'm
on
past
it.
that though. I'm past that now to here. I've already had my PlayStation era.
Right.
I keep telling you I done grown up. It's a different thing now. I lure them with. You know what I'm
Leslie
saying?
be like, so you want to be famous?
Nah, that, a little bit of that. Just a little
You want
bit.
to? You want to write it?
No, you
You
can't
wanna
say
write
it
it
like
credit?
that. You can't say it
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
you right,
gotta be like,
right. That is it.
Come up to the house. Oh, where your house at? Beverly Hills.
Oh, let me tell you something.
You like swimming? Because I got a pool.
Listen, Leslie got one of
Ah.
the dopest fucking couches. This motherfucking couch is a city block long.
Can I explain this?
It's a
couch?
city block long. The
Oh,
first
yes,
time I went to
it
her house,
is.
It's for
it
the
was
babies.
it was 16 homeless people on one end of it. That end of the couch wasn't even in the fucking house. That end
It's
of the
for the
couch was on
babies.
Topanga.
This
It was
story
on
is so
Topanga
ridiculous.
Canyon.
It's for the babies. I got that couch for the babies. I was like, if I ever had like a big family thing, like, or if the zombies come, then we can sleep all the babies on the couch and then take the big pillows and put them on the floor
Yeah.
for extra babies.
Yeah.
Or to catch
Why are
babies
there
that
so
might-
many babies?
I don't know why she keep playing
because
these
if we all live together in common, people gonna have babies. So I'm saying the baby might roll off the couch so it can roll onto the pillow,
You
but we gotta make sure it don't roll onto
put
another
way
baby.
too much thought into this hypothetical situation.
Listen,
You
let
understand
me
me?
explain
And
something to
she's
you.
so
The
ready
way-
to save
the way-
somebody else's babies.
Wait, first of all, I have it. Y'all don't even understand. Just read Octavia Butler's Parable of the Sower, Parable of the
That's
Tower,
the
and
second
then
time I've been
we'll
told
be
about that
able
book this
to
week.
understand each
This
other.
conversation,
Because
huh?
I'm going to be ready for the zombies. I don't
Listen,
know about y'all.
Leslie
Did y'all
got-
see
Yo.
how
She got-
COVID spread?
Fuck
COVID
that. Fuck the
Yes.
world
it
up.
spread. So you don't think that zombie shit won't spread?
Oh,
like
nigga,
that?
I'm definitely coming to your house. She got olives in her backyard.
Right.
She
Let me
got
explain
fucking
something.
basil.
Let me explain something.
She
Let
got
me explain
fucking
something.
limes and
Rosemary
lemons in her
and-
backyard.
Something what's gonna happen, homie.
What?
Homie, I even got a forger that I'm gonna bring to my house.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
tell
Bring
me
them.
what the fuck we can eat.
We're gonna be eating
and
olives
plant-
and squirrels.
Olive, squirrels, lemons. I got lavender sage back there. I got tomatoes.
We're gonna be going through a zombie apocalypse. Like, oh, I'm gonna take a lavender bath.
No, they ain't, because we ain't gonna be able to use water like that. And that's my house. You're not gonna run it like that.
We're just gonna take the water from
That's
the pool.
from the pool, right?
From the
We're gonna
pool.
take
That's what I'm saying. See, now we talking. Now we talking.
Heat it up on the stove.
And you know what? If,
You know
if
what I'm
we do
saying?
it the right way, if I'm doing it the right way, because I'm gonna have my generators in about a month.
Yeah.
If I get my generators in, I get my gas started up. Oh, we'll be able to run the pool, and the water will be warm, so you don't have to warm it up in the house.
That is.
Ooh,
That
okay.
water was warm.
It was.
The pool water was warm.
I know. I told you I stuck my foot in there.
Mm.
I'm telling you right now, I got it set up. But
Mhm.
everybody got to do their job, and that's why I was just telling my hairstylist the other day. He was like, "Well, what I got?" I was like, first of all, you're a hairstylist. You can cut everybody's hair. That's cool. But everybody got to know how to fight, even the children. Everybody got to know how to fight. No, everybody got to know how to hold a
important is
weapon.
a haircut during the zombie
It's
apocalypse?
very important.
very important.
Very important.
The hell you
Especially
mean?
You gotta make sure that everybody's
We still
morale
gonna be
is
putting
up
out
and shit.
content, but like,
Fuck
hey,
yeah,
welcome
hell
back to
yeah.
the apocalypse.
The fuck?
You're not
I'm telling
zooming
you, saying.
with the apocalypse. We in this
Wow.
bitch.
We
What's gonna-
literally lose.
Listen. We're gonna be fighting. We're gonna be probably fighting other communities and shit. There's gonna be times that we need morale.
And we
You
need
know
to
what
look
I'm saying?
good.
And
You do good when
I'm
you feel
telling you,
good.
we
And you
gon-
feel good when you look good.
I'm telling
Okay.
you right now. I'm
I
gonna
guess-
have
I'm
a
sorry.
psychologist. I'm telling you right now. I'm already the doctor.
Hey, listen, Farron ain't gonna make it. I'm just letting you know right now. Farron ain't
You know
gonna make
what?
it.
I was gonna talk to you off camera.
Yeah.
I
But
thought
it's
you
cool.
would.
I
It's
already
cool.
told her.
It's
'Cause
cool.
She told me when we talked about the zombie apocalypse. I told her who house I was gonna break into, what cars I was gonna steal.
You don't
where I
even
was
have
gonna
to
get
do all that.
And
Just
listen,
if you
listen.
could make it to my house, and we would sacrifice her to the zombies.
Yeah, that's what she want anyway. She was like, "We ain't gonna make it no way. I'm just gonna kill all three of us." The fuck you are?
Right. You can sacrifice yourself while we get away.
Yeah. I like, babe, go close the gas cap, and then as soon as she got out the car,
I'm telling you right now.
Go
I'm
close
telling
the
you
gas
right
cap.
now, you ain't gonna be able to get in my fortress.
every time we went over there, the gate was open. But that's the
Whatever.
gate. That's a big ass gate.
Oh
They
no,
closed.
no. The way that I'm gonna set that motherfucker up, and then I'm gonna have guns on top of them. Me and Keenan pretend to do that every time Keenan comes over. He's like, I can't wait till we get them guns. And then every time you roll up, if you hear,
Looking like what was that?
if
The
you hear that,
Incredibles. Etna
you better
Mode.
get the
Guns
fuck. You
came-
got 10 seconds to get the fuck up out of
They
there.
said zoom in with the zombies. Yes.
Yes.
Zoom in with the zombies.
Them motherfuckers are ate up, son. You know what I'm saying? We just be
Oh
so
my
fucked
God.
up. And we'd be the most popular show.
Oh man, we're killing it.
That's if there's electricity.
Listen,
For the first
not
month.
gonna make it. She's
I
not
told
gonna
you.
make
I told
it.
you.
She's not gonna make
I
it.
told you.
We're gonna have
She don't have the
we're gonna have
positivity.
electricity. We're gonna have a generator. We're gonna have man. Come on, man. Like
I'm with it.
Oh my God.
Like I'm
We go down to
already.
some
I've been
barrels of
planning
some
this.
fuel.
I've been planning this for a while. Let me tell you
Me
how
too.
ready
He
I
has
was
too,
for the
yes.
pandemic. If I was already ready, I was ready, and it's so hilarious because my assistant was like, I think around November, I think something I had heard rumblings, and my aunt is a drug enforcement agent who is best friends with a biochemist, so they had already sent out the alert like, hey, some shit's coming, just supply up, man. My storage in New York, I had so much toilet paper and water. I had toilet paper and water. And my system was like, okay, this is getting a little crazy. Like, you're getting a little fucking crazy.
You were one of those people.
And she was like, you're getting a little crazy with the toilet paper. And I was like, hey, that's fine. We're always going to use toilet paper. If nothing happens, I'll just have the shit in supply. I'll just have the water in supply. And then I had a surgery. So I was down for like a month and a half. I didn't even know how bad it was.
Shit.
Until my assistant texted me and she go, hey, do you think that I can get some of that toilet? And I was like, oh, is it that bad? I turned on the TV, motherfuckers is fighting over toilet paper and water. I was like,
Yes. Let me
that's-
tell you
you gotta
something.
prepare
yourself. Farron is a Renaissance woman. We
Yeah.
talk a lot of shit, but she made our masks for like the first 2-3 months. She literally sold our masks. She gave the pattern to Tony Valentino and his girlfriend and passed it along to a couple of our friends. We had masks to a couple of our friends.
Yeah.
She like really saved our lives and shit. So she do that whole talking, I ain't gonna do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need her ass because
You
we're gonna need
know-
clothes. We're gonna need some.
yo, but if that's
You know
what
I'm
she
not an
does,
easy
then
win.
that's gonna be cool because that's gonna be like I'm telling you, it's a morale thing.
I'm
We gonna have-
welcome back into the fortress from the sounds of it. You guys.
if you start talking right, if you start
that part.
and
Let her know, Les.
Tahir's gonna give me progress reports on your behavior, on your attitude. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna
The
stay
morale
monitoring.
gotta be up.
He's gonna stay
Yes.
monitoring that, and when
Damn
he tells
right.
me, if he tells me that it's okay, then you can be.
Yeah.
No,
But
no.
I got it set up like my house. Like I can still have it, and it's so funny because comedians and people like us is just like we're always planning. I'll sit up every night and go, okay, so I already have my part of the house to myself.
Yep.
I can share my bathroom because even my closet can almost be a room for someone
Mhm.
if they were single by themselves. Okay, and then the hair room, my assistant, her boyfriend, and maybe her parents, if she gets them down here, can stay in that room.
Right.
My office can always just stay as the office because we're going to need places to do media,
Broadcast and all that type of
bullshit.
stuff. Hey,
The
what's
living
up? Zoom
room,
with the
couch,
zombies.
the couch itself, those sides itself is a bedroom itself. One single person can
Yeah.
have each side of the couch. People can sleep on the floor, man. That's 2 sides on the floor. If I get rid of that table,
She
needs
really
to stay there
planned
because
this
that's
out.
where everybody's gonna eat.
We're gonna break
Now,
bread.
Yeah, now my aunts, I'm sure if my aunts make it to me, they got one room, and then the other room is gonna go to my
To here.
glam.
That's gonna
and-
be.
and-
Right.
and-
That's
and
gonna go
I
to me.
mean, but y'all,
No,
y'all
they
can
can
be
stay in
one
the
of
hair
them-
room. Your glam people can stay in the hair room next to the wig room.
actually, y'all can have the garage if you think about it, because the garage has its own sink and everything, and you have your
Nah,
own
but
privacy.
the car got to stay in the garage.
No, the car will be outside because the car is going to be made bulletproof, so it's not a problem.
Okay.
Oh,
cool.
sure.
She really playing this out. I
Yes.
appreciate that.
Yes.
I mean,
that's proper
you
planning.
just got invited. I was going to invite somebody else, but
So-
you know, I guess I have to put this since I'm on air.
I'm about to
and
go
shit.
buy some art to put up on the walls for us. So
You ain't
it'll
got to
be
do
real
all that.
nice.
You ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to
See,
do
she's
all
not
that.
even
You ain't
thinking
got to
for
do
the
all that.
apocalypse right now.
You ain't
know
got
what
to
I'm
do
saying?
all that. We ain't gonna need no art. We ain't gonna need no art. But I
But
tell
we
you what,
need haircuts.
when we go and forage the houses though, and you see a piece of art, you go ahead and fucking take it. Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna put that in
take it.
storage. It can't
You
go
know
in
what
the
I'm saying?
garage. We
But
got
you
another
better
place.
come back with 2 cans of beans with that motherfucking art. Because if you go out there with just some art, I'm gonna look at Tahir and I was like, you told me you was monitoring her and getting her right.
Hey,
for
listen, I
this.
can't keep eyes on her all the time, Les.
Then you're not trying hard enough.
Yeah, man.
We ain't even got into the topic today. What is
I
the
don't
topic
even know
today?
what the topic is. Okay, what was
What's
he
the
talking
topic?
about?
It's not even a for real topic because I just wanted to use this time, maximize on it to shoot my shot to be Leslie's friend. So I just need to know like what's your favorite color and things like that.
What? I'm like, this is.
I need to know if you want me to keep like a spare key to your
is
house
she,
if you
like-
get locked out.
Wait a minute, is she like serious? Like, I don't think I'm
Like,
friends with myself.
Listen. When you send me, Leslie was, I guess she was swimsuit shopping, and she accidentally
Oh,
sent me
fuck.
a swimsuit video she was trying to send to a stylist. She was like, "Yeah, Tim, I like this one. What you think? What you think about this?" And I showed Farron, and Farron's like, "Why she ain't send it to me? She don't know you, nigga."
I
Leslie was trying to get her
listening
sexy
to
on
this
that.
motherfucker.
She was trying to get her
As
sexy.
soon as I sent
Right.
it, I was like, oh, failure. Oh, you're never gonna live that down.
She was like,
I
she was like, the
I was
girls
like,
look,
like, I was
the
like, ooh,
girls look good.
And I was like, ooh, and I was like, and I told my stylist, I was like, yo, I accidentally sent that to here. He was like, wow. He was like, he's gonna fucking destroy you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my
But
god.
yeah, next
Fuck.
next time, just send it to me. I got
Good
you.
times.
Some bullshit.
I got you.
Some real. I hate technology. I fucking hate technology. Have you ever false text somebody? I've done this so many times.
Yes.
Accidentally text
I had, all you gotta do is be like, just kidding, nigga. Hey, what you finna do though?
Oh my god.
Man,
I didn't sit Farron's
I
mom.
didn't
have
Farron's mom,
people-
so many of my dick pics thinking it was her. 'Cause everything was
Oh,
just Farron's mom
shit.
in my phone.
I done
Don't
had
listen to
I done
him.
had-
Do not
I done
listen
had-
to
I had people
him.
send me shit and was trying to send it to somebody else talking about me.
Ooh.
Yep.
And
I
you
see
be
people
like,
do that
you
stupid
be
Yeah.
shit.
like, God damn it.
That's why you just tell a motherfucker how you feel for real than doing all that
I
backsliding and all that shit,
I
man.
swear I can live a happier life because I am like, it'll come to the point where I'll be like, hey, listen, I gotta be honest because I can't.
So, question: was it hard for you to like because you seem like you're still the same you were
No, yeah.
a
that's
bajillion
sad.
years ago?
Okay, so
Mhm.
she's saying I ain't changed.
No,
You
I'm
ain't.
saying you haven't gotten all super
I
Hollywood
got
and shit.
better. Oh,
So
nah, we saying the Hollywood
yeah,
aspect.
yeah,
I am Hollywood.
and it's
Y'all
like
just don't
how
know it.
this
Nah,
motherfucker.
I'm Hollywood with certain people.
I can see that.
I appreciate
When I
not
go
being
to
one of
certain-
those people.
when I go around certain white people, I be Hollywood as fuck. I be like,
How the fuck was that bold?
that's so nice.
I love that for
I
you.
don't see
I'm
Leslie doing that
so
at
fucking-
all.
I'm so fucking excited about what
Man,
you're
Leslie
doing.
was walking around the
That
war
sound like
show
that
like,
hurt for you to
yo,
do
yo,
that.
yo, get these niggas over here. I'm gonna take a picture real quick. I gotta get
That
to the
is
fucking
not-
stage.
I'm telling you, I'm like, they love me. I'm
Yeah.
like, hi. I'm like, hi. Can you take a picture with me? Oh my God, I fucking love you. You're so fucking good.
So now if you hear this voice, you know what the fuck it is.
Oh
Nah.
my god.
Nah, I do
was
be
that-
like, I do be ghetto sometimes. When I met Leonardo DiCaprio, I can never say his fucking name. I can never
What?
say that motherfucker
Leon
name.
DiCardio.
Fuck did you just
Leon- Leonardo DiCaprio. I was like, "What's up, motherfucker? Like, take a picture with me." I grabbed him
You a nigga.
He do not get to play Candy and not be approached like that. After playing that character, he could be approached like that.
Yo, but you
and
gotta
shit.
do
He was like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, take a picture. He was like, okay. Yo, everybody. When I first got to SNL, motherfuckers was, and then it started becoming a thing where people wanted me to do it because everybody would hear about it because I would post it, because I would lose. I'm telling you, I was meeting people that they didn't understand. I was like, motherfucker, and I would call them their names, like I would call them by their character name. I met Don Johnson. I was like, get the fuck out of here, Don. Your fucking ass is flying still. What the fuck, Don? You look good, Don. And it's just like, oh, hey. Man, I met Kevin Costner.
What you do with Kevin Costner?
Kevin Costner, I met him on my birthday. I was like,
You was
first
like
of all,
bodyguard me?
No, girl.
Bodyguard
Girl.
me?
I just kept humming it in my head. I didn't want to say it out loud because I didn't want him to be like, that's real corny. But in my head, I was like, but we was in Canada. We was in Canada at a film festival. Me and Chris Rock and sitting in the fucking lobby, and it was my birthday. It just turned my birthday, and I was like, is that Kevin Costner? And then her PR person came over. She was like, oh my God, I love you, Leslie. You're on SNL. And I was like, is that Kevin Costner? She was like, yeah, you want to meet him? I was like, it's my birthday. Oh, fucking yeah. I'm going to find that picture so I can show it to you. So Kevin is as tall as me.
He is?
Oh my God.
He's that tall?
He doesn't look it. Look at her.
Yo, let me tell you, he came over, he had that beard and shit, and he stood by me, and I was like, he smelled immediately good. And I was like, oh my God.
That's like me, huh?
And I was like, yeah, whatever. I was like, you smell like bacon, but so I guess so, yeah.
Come on now. Best friend tonight. Do it.
Don't do my babe.
There you go, motherfucker. That's right. You let him know. Come on.
It's a lying friend.
Okay. All right.
I'll come over later. We could talk about it.
You know he smell like fucking bacon. He just said you fart in the bed. How the fuck you gonna take up for him? He just said you fart in the fucking
That's
bed.
love. I'm still there, ain't I?
So did she really? She just checked me? Okay.
Yeah, she did. Hey, my babe, listen, that's one thing I'll say.
Let me explain
I
something
don't-
to
I
you.
don't
I'll
like
fight
that.
both of you motherfuckers in that studio.
Yeah,
It will be
exactly.
on.
Listen,
Son, I'm still from the streets, son.
I nobody care,
You see the
Rob.
Pac-Man? Because I pack and I clap.
About to get sticky with the blinky.
Yo,
Motherfucker.
let me ask you a question though.
He smell like bacon. No, he don't smell
One
like
of my
don't. He
favorite
don't.
promos. Nah, I smell good as fuck. Why?
Oh, no, you do kind of smell good. Okay, but
Yeah,
it was a joke. Anyway, what story was I telling?
You were telling the Kevin
Talk
Costner
about
story.
Kevin Costner smelling good.
Oh,
How
anyway,
you smell this
Anyway,
beard.
I asked him, could he take a picture with me? He was like, of course, it's your birthday. And I was like, for somebody to say it like that, it's just like, ooh, that, like, how do you say that to your women? Like, of course, it's your birthday. Like, ooh, right? Because like, ooh, put your legs up. Of course, it's your birthday.
What? That's not the same thing. My nigga.
It is not.
Let me kiss down there. Of course, it's your birthday. So listen. so listen. So he put his hand on the small
All
of
of
my
your back, girl. Girl, that the knees get weak.
all of my eyelashes just started jumping, just like I was like, oh. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. He was like, I am Kevin Costner. I was like, wow. I said, boy, if we had met the night before, I would have fucked you, son. I would have got you up in that hotel room somehow, Kevin. Yeah, Kevin is very close to a black name, so I could definitely be like, Kevin, Red.
You had Drake sit on your lap from one of the promotions.
Yeah, because he's
What you was supposed to say?
Nothing.
Text it to me first
No.
because you wild out.
I'm so ghetto. Y'all can't be. That's why I don't do interviews. That's why my publicist be like, so where you say you was going? Because I told the story about TK Kirkland, and I didn't realize that it might not have been the story I should have told on air. And she was
Womp
like, well, I don't think he watches Tom Papa, so I think you're good. But
That's.
We
never
also
mind.
found out that because I'm gonna skip past that.
what was I?
No,
You
wait.
said Drake on my lap. Drake
Yeah.
on my lap.
Yes.
Yes, I remember that day because they was trying to do something special. And you know how people come up with corny shit that they think that's going to invoke something funny out of me instead of just saying, hey, let's come up with something funny. It's so fucking annoying. It's just like, yeah, like, we know what she like. Hey, Leslie, and shut the fuck up and get over here and fucking do this shot. Anyway, so I was like, if all I ever thought about was Drake was you my son. Like get on my lap. Like you're light skinned, you're too light skinned, and you're too young
Wow.
for me to actually be attracted to you. So come over here. And then I know all these
Too
girls
light-skinned.
like you, so people gonna love that I got you to sit on my lap. So I was like, Drake, you want to sit on my lap? He was like, and fuck yeah, like Drake. I have to say, Drake, when he came to SNL, we always loved him because he was always he always participated.
He's into
He
it.
always into it. He always, he young though. All the motherfuckers is young when they get to talking certain shit. You be like, shut up. You still fucking pay dues to shut the fuck up. And I mean, because we had this conversation at the host meal where Pete was like, oh, I don't think Richard Pryor is funny. And so so that's how everybody, so when he did that, let me tell you how everybody reacted. Lauren took his drink and did like this because he knew I was about to chop that ass. Everybody just really grabbed the drink. Keenan did like this. Keenan went. Higgins just went. Like, right? So I said, so why the fuck you say that? I said, you think you saying that for shock? I said, because that's what's wrong with you young motherfuckers. Y'all think that comedy has to do with a shock value. It has to have a shock value when you fucking do the joke and shit. It's not funny when you fucking actually not doing something funny. You got to write fucking material. I was like, so you saying that, so what you thought you was going to invoke? You thought people was going to get mad and be like, ooh, whoop, 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 and you're going to start a fucking con. You know, you're not. You pissed everybody off here because everybody in here fucking respects Richard Pryor. I said, and you're a fucking comic. For you to even sit here and say that about one of the greatest comics make me know that you ain't shit anyway. I said, what you thought? I was gonna be scared because fucking Lauren was sitting there. I said, I'll slap the shit out of you. Like, and Lauren was like, and he looks at Lauren. He looks at Lauren. I was like, don't look at Lauren. Don't look at Lauren. He's not gonna do shit. He's not gonna do shit. No, Lauren literally was like, don't look at me.
That was some mama shit. Don't look at your daddy. Look at me.
Lauren was like, yeah, you like, I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna. So he was like, no, last my ass. I said, it's so fucking annoying when you fucking children act like fucking children, and then when I discipline you, now it's, oh no, I'm playing. You not fucking playing, motherfucker. I said, I've been doing this fucking shit since I'm 17. You gonna tell me one of my fucking greats, one of somebody I fucking idolize, he ain't funny? Bitch, you're not funny. Now what the fuck you gonna do? Then Drake goes, well, Leslie,
I hate you.
well, Leslie, shut up to here.
Right.
He goes, well, Leslie, he is young, and sometimes people, if they, I mean, he does have a point, if he's young. And I said, excuse me. I said, excuse me.
What?
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Are we talking about rap? We're not talking about rap, right? Okay, please stay out this conversation, all right? Just
that's not for you. That's not for you.
Enjoy your drink. No,
Enjoy
this is
your
what I
drink.
tell you. Enjoy your drink. And he did just like this. He went, oh.
Yep, go back on the phone.
And Keenan was like sitting there like, no, son, you don't want, no. Not none of this smoke. Not none of that smoke. Not none of it. Lo, I'm going to tell y'all something right now. People, it's one thing that I have to understand, that I am who I am, and I'm that person all the fucking time. And it's like, to a detriment sometimes. Sometimes, and I know when to act. We're like I said, I'm an old hoe. I'm an old motherfucking hoe from back in the day. I got taught by old hoes. Do you understand? When I say hoe, I know y'all know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm talking about old player ass bitches that know what the fuck is up. I got an old grandmama that had 17 furs. She know how to fucking act. I know how to act when I get around some white people, and I know how to act around. But especially when it's time to let a motherfucker know exactly what's going down.
What's going down?
Then you fucking do that.
That part right there. Leslie.
So, have you found
I don't
it
even know what the question was.
harder or easier to remain yourself through all of this?
It's
because
the fucking hardest thing because, I curse out people, I get in trouble. It's the tone. It's so insulting. First of all, people love Leslie Jones, but people don't actually understand that Leslie Jones is a black woman. Like, I'm a black person. I'm a black woman from the fucking ghetto. You know what I'm saying? And real talk, when I'm with my family, when I'm around people around like you, y'all don't think I'm loud. Y'all just think that bitch crazy. Yeah. Y'all don't say loud. White people do. Like, if you raise an octave, if you go a different tone, anything, that's like really abusive to them. So I've cursed motherfuckers out and got in trouble. and you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was so funny because the trouble that they think they put me in, I go in and I'm like, I'm in trouble. And I was like, and I'm always bracing myself. So if I'm troubled, that means I'm going to jail or somebody's whooping my ass. It's not a talking to, because if that's all you gonna do is talk to me, nigga.
This ain't
fuck
trouble.
you. Oh, I thought I was in real trouble. Oh, you scared? You trying to scare me with a talk?
Listen.
Man, you better, these nuts, nigga. I thought somebody was gonna send some security to stomp the shit out of me in this room.
Y'all might think that Leslie just
Fuck
talking
that
shit.
shit,
Leslie
man.
used to be on stage before she became Leslie Jones. When she was Leslie Jones, Leslie be like, I can't
When I was
stand you
Leslie.
pretty bitches, and she would hit motherfuckers in the head with
Listen,
microphones.
The way he's explaining it sounds so violent, but
That's
let me
what the
explain.
fuck you did. What do you
Let me
mean,
explain.
Sam? I saw
Let
you
me
do
explain.
it.
I don't
This
think
is
there's
before-
another way of saying that.
This is when I understood what pretty bitches was. And like I had a lot of pretty bitches as my friends. So they explained to me that pretty girls, like I used to be that girl that really was like, fuck a pretty bitch, fuck a pretty bitch. You bitches is fucking lucky, you fucking lucky pretty bitches. Until I started being friends with pretty bitches and started understanding that they get it worse than fucking anybody.
Mhm.
Them motherfuckers get like attacked, raped, spit on, treated like shit. Ignore, like it's a lot of shit that happens to pretty bitches. Like, and when you start understanding that, hanging around, like I used to hang around with like badass bitches, and they would tell me all the same thing. Hey, it doesn't matter how bad I am. If that motherfucker think he got me, he gonna fuck me over. It happens, and I'm telling you, I done seen the baddest hoes go down. Like you be like, bitch, if I looked like you, I would be the president. Are you fucking serious? You are fucking gorgeous. Like, and one fucking snag-a-tooth, gold-tooth bitch-ass nigga have her fucked up in the room singing Brandy and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Sitting up
In my room, thinking about you. You know, so sad. It's sad.
So
So
sad.
when I started doing that it was really a call out to pretty bitches to be like, yeah, like I can't explain it. It was just like such, and pretty bitches loved the joke. Because I choked a pretty bitch once. Not
Oh,
really
wow.
actually choked her, but it made me get the audition to, well, I was talking shit because I didn't know everything that was going on with the SNL thing. And Keenan had did this interview about how black women can't do SNL, but he had said something completely different. And what he said was actually true. He was like, most black women that come there, they're black comedians and stuff, they're not really ready for what's really going to happen.
Yeah.
What they have to be ready for. Like, and you really do have to be ready to write. You have to be ready to do sketches. It's not just about stand-up.
Yeah.
And most black women that come there are not about that, or some are not just ready for that experience.
Yeah.
And it's real fucking talk. I'm like, when we finally sat down and talked about it, which is the first time we met, I was like, oh shit, they did not say that. He was like, yeah, of course the press fucks up. He said, that's what you're gonna learn about, is the press fuck up what you say. But that night, I had heard it totally different. And you know how sisters put salt in it. This girl was doing this podcast. She was like, yeah, did you hear? You know Kenan Thompson, he said
Of course.
that black women can't do SNL. And I was like, what? Who?
Right.
I was like, you talking about all that, nigga? I was like, what, the Kenan and Cal motherfucker? I was like, that motherfucker. I was like, I'll take him on stage any fucking time. Let's go. What the fuck? He's not fucking funny. None of these sketch motherfuckers are. Sketch comics are motherfuckers who can't do stand-up.
What's
That's exactly what
crazy
the fuck
is
I
that
said.
after you
And-
said all that, he still got to sit with the fact that when she said, I'm not funny, she actually meant that.
What?
When you said he wasn't funny, even though you
I
said it
didn't
when you
really-
were mad.
But I was said it when I was mad because
Oh,
I
okay.
actually didn't believe. I was just like getting the wrong information.
Oh,
I
okay.
get these fucking, and especially after meeting them too.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I was
like,
like,
to
yeah,
sit
fuck
with
him.
that
He
and
don't
be
know.
like,
Like, fuck him. He don't fuck. He said you because he told me he's like, yeah, you went hard on me. Cause so I went out and performed. I went out and performed, and I was ripping. I'm talking about like, you know, when you like in that veteran stage, there's a stage that you'll get to enjoy comedians if you really do it the right way.
Yes.
It's that veteran stage where you're a doctor now. Now you're a doctor.
You
Now
put the years and the time
now
in.
you already know how to wash your hands correctly. You got your hands in the gloves. You're confidently walking into the fucking operating room and going scalpel. Like it's so it's so beautiful to feel when you know someone is gonna fucking. So you have them right there. I'm like, oh, I got them right here. They can't take no more. I'm going to fucking destroy their gut. They can't take no more. You have motherfuckers bending forward, like hitting each other and shit. That shit is just
carrying
like,
a lot
God damn it. Yeah, you think
That
you
right
think
there?
yeah,
Oh,
you
love it.
yeah, you laughing. Wait a minute.
Whoosh. That's what I was. That
That's
was
when you
literally
get
my
that-
next question. It leads into it. Are you satisfied or content at the time that your glow up happened? Do you feel like if it had happened
Everything-
earlier, you would have been ready
I
for it?
ask
or not?
myself. I ask myself that a billion times a day, a week, a year. Every time I look at my house, I ask myself that a billion times. Every time I'm exhausted
Mhm.
from doing a shoot, I ask myself that a billion times. Why the fuck couldn't this happen in my 20s and my 30s? And thank you, Jesus. Now y'all see how ghetto I am now.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
how ghetto I was
Yeah.
in my 20s and 30s. My career would have been over. I
Yeah.
would have fucked everybody. Everybody. I'm not gonna even say everybody on the cast. I'm just gonna say everybody. I'm sure I would have sucked Lauren's dick. I'm sure I would have. I was that bitch. I was not. I was not when that, like I said, when I did that set, I had total control. When I walked out in the audience, I was like, look at this pretty bitch. And I grabbed her and started choking her out, like fake choking her out. Motherfuckers is like, ah. And the thing I did was when I walked off stage, I dropped the mic and I said, first before I dropped the mic, I said, they can't find no funny black women. And then I dropped the mic and motherfuckers was like, rah! But in my 20s and 30s, I'm getting that type of roar off of a dick joke.
Yeah. Yep. Come on.
Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
my 20s and 30s, I'm talking about, like, I remember J. Anthony Brown coming up to me going, he was like, God damn it, you're so funny. I was like, thank you. He was like, I just got a question for you though, you know? And I was like, yeah. He was like, so what do you do all day? And he was like, do you just fucking smoke weed? And I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, that's obviously all you do because that's all you talk about on stage is fucking and smoking weed. And I was like, nah, dude, I do a lot of shit. You know, like I watch game shows. And he was like, yeah, nobody will never know that shit about you.
Let me tell you something.
You know?
There was this chick, and I won't say her name right now because I'm not trying to, like, you know, name drop or anything like that. But when they did the reboot of what was it? The BET comedy show. What is it? Comic View. They did it, they shot it down in Atlanta, and she picked all of my friends. All of my friends. Now she had seen me perform at Tammy Mack's Minute Mixer, and
Jesus Christ.
she seen me all
still
around the
got
Comedy
places like
Union, and she said, I mean, I'm just saying at this time she had seen me, and she seen me kill.
Yeah, you're definitely BT Comic View.
But she
material.
was like, you don't be talking about nothing. She was like, when you get off stage, nobody knows who you are. And I took offense to that. I was like, what the fuck she mean, bro? She seen me kill. I didn't even accept the gems she was trying to give me just because I immediately took offense to it, like I wasn't good enough. But now, if you saw my set right now on tour, you would be so proud of me.
Oh no, I remember seeing you. I always wondered, you're funny as fuck. I could just tell by just the little things on. I always thought Tahir was funny. I always thought you was I was like, oh shit, he's like, this is like, okay, I'm glad to know that there's comics like this because at least I know somebody's doing something funny. Does that make sense? Like you go, fuck, at least it's not being completely fucked up. But you're right. Like, and this is why I tell comics too, don't be afraid. Like you gotta do different. Like I went to Amsterdam and did comedy. And when you do like with people that love their country, because them people, when you go out of this country, people love their country and where they're from. And this guy was like, you're so much funnier than your jokes. And I was so offended. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? The fuck does that mean? You're so much funnier than I was like, I didn't understand that. And I remember getting home trying to get somebody to explain what the fuck he mean by that. I didn't understand that until I started writing new material. And I was like, it's right. Like, yeah, like, what are you talking about?
It's
like,
basically what you're putting up as a representation of how funny you can be. Is not the actual thing. And Irvin one of my best friends has been telling me this for years. Irvin has been saying this since I moved to LA. He's like, nigga, the moment you decide to be real with the audience and tell your true story, he's like, you're gonna blow.
Corey
and
Holcomb.
this set that I'm doing right now, talking about you, talking about the kids, talking about quarantine, it's so personal and it's filled with so much truth. I've never been more satisfied with a set.
And that's what it makes. And that's what it when it makes you feel happy inside. I remember Corey Holcomb. You know, he'd be smacking on everybody. You know, he'd be like, you know, talking about everybody. He talked about my feet one night. Ooh, I was so fucking mad. I had these sandals on. I already don't like sandals because my feet big as fuck. You know what I'm saying? They pretty, but they long and big. And you know what I'm saying? So he talked about my motherfucking feet, and I was so motherfucking mad. I was like, fuck him. He can't talk about me. And I remember the next time I saw him, I was like, look here, motherfucker, let me tell you something. And this is back in the day, man. This is when Kim Whitley and them had a fucking club over there on Ventura. Like, it's just like those days when you was hustling. I was like, motherfucker, let me tell you something. We gotta be at these spots with each other. So we need to have respect for each other. So you don't fucking talk about me. I don't fucking appreciate you talking about my motherfucking feet. And he was like, well, your feet still fucked up. And I know you mad and shit, but you know, whatever. And I was like, well, fuck you, motherfucker. You'll never talk to me again. Woo, 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 right? So moving fast forward to like, I think maybe 3 or 4 months later, we end up doing a gig together. And we had so much motherfucking fun at that gig. And I really watched Corey set, and I was just like, God damn, you really have to be brave to do some of the jokes he does.
Yeah.
And some of that shit is really fucking funny. And just bitches don't like it because they be offended or be that bitch. And it's really hilarious, right? So I just remember going, you really hate women, huh? And he was like, man, I can't stand bitches. And I was like, what is your story? So we was talking, and he was like, you know what, Les? He was like, what I want to ask you is, why the fuck you get mad at me for talking about your feet? He was like, why the fuck you're not talking about your feet? He was like, do you know I didn't know you played basketball? He's like, you play basketball? How the fuck you don't have jokes about you playing basketball?
Yeah.
He's like, all that shit is shit that people want to know. I was like, this is what I said to him. I was like, man, people don't want to know about comics. Like, he was like, are you fucking stupid? He was like, that's the shit you get your fucking material from. He was like, that's how, he was like, I want to hear about you playing basketball. I want to hear about you being fucking insecure about your fucking big ass feet. That shit is funny as fuck. Like, that shit is, and I'm telling you, the first jokes I started doing about me being a big bitch used to rip.
Yep.
I be used to coming like, big bitch in the house, and motherfuckers be like, ah!
Because if it's not the people who have the big feet that directly connect with that joke, they know somebody that so they still gonna connect with
and that's
it.
how I started writing from then on, because like it's like now it started becoming where the stage started becoming more like therapy than fucking anything. Like I'm telling you, when I started doing that texting joke and people was like, that's just genius. In my head I was like, nigga, do you know I am going through hell right now? I am trying to stop texting, and the texting joke was to help me stop texting, but it's not fucking working. That joke, every time you see me perform that joke, that shit just happened. Yo, I remember performing at the Comedy Store. I had a 10 o'clock spot, and it was Christmas Eve. I had a 10 o'clock spot at the Comedy Store, and I was stalking this nigga. Not stalking him, we were still fucking. I don't know how that worked. But I went and carved man whore in his truck. Now, his truck was primer, so I carved man whore in his truck, and it was like, yeah, all the way down fucking Crescent Heights, like, yeah, bitch, you a contagious bitch, you a fucking ass, like, fucking guy, you carved man whore in his truck, bitch, yeah. So when I got to the club, I told Eric, and Eric was like, bitch. He's like, that's like, you can't touch people's property. Like, you're going to jail, bitch, if he figure out it's you. And I was like, oh, for real? He was like, bitch, what are you going to fucking do? So I did my set. Now I'm up there just ripping, because at this point, this is after my brother died and everything. I literally would throw up on stage everything that was going on.
Yeah.
And all of it would be so funny. So I said, okay, I'm about to leave, but I got to really share this with y'all. And I don't know, I just really feel like if I share this with y'all, maybe this will make me feel better. So I told him the whole story about how I snuck and everything, carved man whore and everything. And I'm telling you, people were fucking laughing so hard.
They
were choking. They were choking. And it's like, wait a minute. And everybody was like, this has got to be a joke. This has got to be a joke. So I come off the stage, and I'm in the hallway, and this Spanish guy comes up to me. He was like, hey, I don't know if that was a joke or not. He was like, just go to the Rite Aid and get soft sandpaper and just go sand it off. It'll come right out. He was like, I don't know if he was just joking, but you looked a little stressed.
I was about to say, how you listen to somebody tell your ass you would go to jail for it, and you're like, let me just confess up here on stage.
Because if there's some evidence, I mean, she said it on stage. It's not like she was scared to admit it. So I went and I did that. I sanded it out. He never knew. He knows now. I mean, he knows now. But he never knew.
Oh my God.
I've been through shit. But when I would do those jokes, when I would say shit like that, I would do the texture joke, and women would come up to me and go, like I gotta stop texting them. I'll be like, yeah, you gotta stop texting. Or they be like, we can't drive. Because I used to have this joke like, of any bitch who says that they just want to have it friends,
Mm.
they didn't pass by your house at least 3 times today.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
she
enough
done seen-
about that.
She done
Right,
She done seen
right.
your backyard, nigga. She done seen your backyard. Yo, let me tell you, it was so bad with I call him the Israeli. It was so bad with him that he would try to sick his dogs on me. And I had his dogs so trained because I would give them bacon whenever I would come and sneak in. So
Just
they
walking around with a
so-
pack of bacon.
so he would go sick them. He would go sick them, and then they would run and be like, "That's Laz though." Like, shit, we love this bitch. We love this bitch more than you, nigga. We don't give us the fuck away from this nigga. He don't give us bacon. And he would be so mad. He would be so mad. And then look, we would make up. We would make up and then be fucking and then like talking at the fucking. He was like, "Why are you doing that to my dogs?" And I was like, "They dog, they love me."
No, they love your bacon-lined pockets. Yo, before we get out, I just have one question.
Oh, we leaving. Damn.
Yeah,
It's only an
but-
hour long. I ain't gonna
Fuck.
hold you. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna
Why
hold you.
it's only an hour? Y'all don't do this shit long enough.
Listen, man. Listen, we try to make it so people don't have to top their whole day. Just give them
You
a little,
didn't tie. This
give-
is the
give 'em a
last thing
little-
I'm doing.
give them a little spice to end their night or start their morning with when they at work. You know what I'm saying?
Spice.
We got,
Okay, Kim,
But I
what
got
we gonna
one-
talk-
I got
okay,
one
and then
question.
I gotta ask you if y'all watching Squid Game.
Oh yes, I watched.
I
I
that
haven't
just
shit,
started watching
finished
last
it.
night.
I
I
haven't
just
started.
watched.
I
I
haven't
just
started.
watching
It's
it
so
last night. It's so
good.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
It's so
Fair, that's your question.
fucking
Fair, that's your question.
good.
So I can get out and go watch it.
You
Okay.
want me to come over and finish watching it with you, and we can talk about it after?
Girl, it'll take us 2 hours because I'll be like stopping, like, okay, bitch, what the fuck?
Yes, yes.
Oh, y'all would
it's-
pay perfect. Cause I don't
I talk.
watch movies with Farron because
I
she
talk
wants to
no
talk.
shit.
No,
I
no,
We
no,
talk
at
through
no.
the whole
home.
thing.
If
The
No.
we
whole
at home,
thing.
I'm talking through the
And
whole
see,
thing.
that's what when you see me
No.
commentating, that is how I watch TV.
That's how I
When
watch
she was
TV
watching
too.
the Olympics, this motherfucker was talking
Man.
through it.
I know.
I watched the whole thing, and then we'll have a dialogue after, but we're not talking
No.
through this goddamn movie.
No, I'll pause it because fuck that. We need to figure that out before
No.
we move on to the next
No.
one.
Yep. But
No.
okay, my question:
Mm.
life as a Scientology telemarketer.
What?
Is that true?
Yeah, what the fuck? Where do you be
I
getting this
just-
information from? That is such a weird question from a black person.
Because I want to know, how did you get into it? What happened? Like,
I
what,
didn't know
how?
this at all.
Nigga,
How?
a job. Nigga, it's a job. Nigga, like, it was. I think. Let me see.
What was it
Okay,
like? Like,
we moved to Glendale, and my friend had already found me this job at Doran Company. It's called the Doran Company, and I should have known from that fucking name, Doran Company. But it was they did car surveys. So Scientologist owns a lot of little businesses like that they make a lot of money off of this little businesses like refrigerator businesses, stuff like that, all in Glendale. A lot
Like
of
the
fucking
mafia.
a lot of Scientologists own it. I work and they have the network in there because matter of fact, I worked for the Doran Company, got fired, went worked for another construction company that was Scientologist, and then went and interviewed for another job. And that motherfucker said, "Hey, this is the third job you've come and interviewed without fucking shit." And I was, "How y'all know that?" And went back to my other job, and they fired me because they was like, "You went and interviewed at another job." Them motherfuckers is just crazy. The
Wow.
Scientologists is a cult. I'm just gonna tell y'all. Listen. They was always trying to hat me. They was always hatting me. They was always
What
well, they wanted to always give me more duties, so they would be like, "We want to hat you," and I was like, "I believe in God."
I'm just here for a check.
I said, I believe in God, the Lord. I believe in the Lord. What do y'all believe in? And I would always ask them, "What do you believe in?" Well, we believe in ourselves, Leslie. We believe in the structure of you sound like a cult. What do you want me to do with these surveys? This is what I'm here for. And they was paying good.
Yeah.
I didn't pay on time. So I worked there for like a year and a half. And
When was this?
this was this is when I started comedy back. Like I started at
Really?
80
That
this-
far
Well,
back?
this is when I was at 87. 87, I started comedy. And then, like I said, I had the little Come to Jesus talk with Jamie Foxx. And I went and lived life. And then I started back in 92.
Mhm.
So it was around 92, 93. I lived in Glendale. And we had a bomb little fucking condo too. And walked right up the street to Doran Company and fucking for a year and a half. And then when they fired me because on one of the fucking surveys, the dude was rushing me already, and there was a question that we never get the answer to anyway. So I skipped that fucking question, yeah. And they fucking said, we were hearing you, and you skipped the question, and that's terms for termination. So go fuck your mom, because I don't know why the fuck you needed that answered on a survey anyway. It didn't even have anything to do with the fucking car, but whatever, because I started working at UPS anyway.
So the survey was
I got a job at UPS after all that.
Oh
It
my
was so awesome.
God.
I was so good at UPS.
See, I did my research because I'm
You
a good
did,
friend.
but that brought some evil out. Yeah, Scientologists is crazy.
Some hard memories.
Nah, they crazy though. They crazy. They real crazy. Like the construction company I work for, they would talk about how they would go and bathe together as a family. Like it's a thing that they do on the weekend. I was like, yeah, bathe in what? Obviously not water, because y'all always stink. Oh my God. And I just think they probably just hated me and didn't know that they hated me.
No, they do.
Because me
They
and
were
the
very aware.
Me and
Right.
the dude, the head, he didn't believe in that shit either. And we would just be like, these crazy motherfuckers.
Wow. Wow, the things you'll do for money.
Listen.
Man.
When you first started out, absolutely. You know
Man,
my
yeah.
job.
I've sold
Yes.
perfume. I was a justice of the peace. I was a cook I was a waitress. I've catering service. I've done I've done everything.
I did.
Wow.
I substituted in a jail. I was a life skills coach. I was an art teacher. I sold cars at CarMax. I worked
Yep.
overnight at Walgreens. I took a job at Banana
Work at
Republic.
Target. Oh my God.
I did Banana Republic.
Target, and all those stores are hell. They're where you go and work
Yeah.
when you go to hell. When you go to hell and become a retail person, you go
With
work.
no break. You get no 30 minutes, no
and
15.
like no real fucking minimum wage. They will work and oh my God, at the end of this at Target, I literally still have nightmares because whenever you get put on the shoes,
It's the worst.
your life is over.
They all mixed
Somebody
up.
mad at you. Somebody mad at you. Because I would cry because they would bring fucking baskets of shoes because people
Yeah.
would leave shoes all over the fucking.
I had to do when I worked overnight at Walgreens. We did the stocking. So when the truck would come, the truck would pull out this long metal like bed thing with these little wheels on it, these rollers, and this is what they toss everything on, and then it comes into the store. So he backs up, pulls out this bed, and it twists and turns, and then he drops it in there. And you're grabbing these things off. I mean, because he's launching these motherfuckers. You grabbing them, and you try to put them in different places so you can have different stacks for different parts of
That shit
the
don't work
store.
out like
Yo, that shit was the fucking work. That's the first time I ever thought back about selling drugs. I was like, I can't do this. I got it.
Oh.
I was so fucking mad getting off work. The Walgreens got their own beer. It was like a 6-pack for $3. I was getting off work and I was
Yep.
buying the 6-pack White Castle cheeseburgers, and I got that 6-pack
Jesus
beer, and I would
Christ.
go home. I would heat up the White Castles in the microwave, and I would
He
drink that
hated it.
6-pack
He
of
was
beer.
miserable.
And I was just like, I have a college degree, and I
Yeah,
can't get a
it's
fucking
just-
job.
Fucking working at the post office.
Yeah.
I actually liked working. I just would imagine. I just always imagined. That's all you could do is just daydream when you're at some fucking type of jobs like that. Like daydream. I used to daydream that I was a secret agent that was working at the post office and looking for. So I was looking through the mail.
You
and
were
I was
there
like,
for with a
I was
higher
like- I was, like,
purpose.
trying to find fucking Carol. Carol Sickund. She's in one of these. So I would make up fucking stories every day because it was just so hard to do something that I knew.
You just had to get out of your regular
Ah.
mindset and just get into a place where you could just imagine
trying to think
and just
of
get through the fucking
what
hours,
is
yo.
the fucking
Yeah.
women? You just said the jobs like it was something that I used to do, and I was like, oh my God, I
White
can't believe-
Castles?
No, not White Castle.
Teaching,
It used to like you worked
Sold
at
sale
cars,
cars.
sell cars.
Banana Republic.
No, it's like I was at the post office. It was another job that I worked, and I was like, oh shit, I'm not going to even say that on. Okay.
We'll talk about it afterwards. But listen,
okay.
Yes.
we want to thank our special guest,
Almost-
Leslie
almost
Jones,
told
for
Leslie
stopping through the
Almost snitched on
motherfucking
myself.
building.
Yes,
You know what I'm
we
saying?
so appreciate you coming through.
It's been a fucking
Oh
amazing
my
time,
God.
man. I'm Tahir Moore.
And I'm Farron Moore.
And I'm Leslie Jones, and this is Debate with the Cake. That's the new show.
That's another
No,
episode
you
of
know,
Born
it's
to
like-
the
More to the
Story.
story.
Oh, that's the name of.
We'll see you next week.
Yes,
Born to
peace
the
out.
Stars. What is it? Bored to the stars.
All right.
More to-